Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 13. Goodness gracious. Things are moving really lickety split right along. This week, we're going to start vowels, particularly talking about the front vowels, the vowels that we make at the front of our mouth. Next week, we'll go mid and rear and diphthongs in week 15. I think we can just have an official exam, and so in lieu of a lecture, if everything times out well enough. So this week we're going over vowels and how we make them and how we say them, and hopefully practicing listening to the differences between the two, between vowels, and also practice making those sounds as well. Some of them are a bit difficult to hear and to distinguish, so it's something to pay attention to. Your lesson one, your video lessons one, there we go. My brain is scattershotted. Your video lessons number one should be all graded. If you can't see your grade for whatever reason or something doesn't make sense, please send me a message on eClass. We can get it sorted out either through fixing it if there's a mistake or clarification if there's something that you don't understand or are unclear on. You should be working full speed ahead on your second micro teaching, focusing on the troubleshooting activities for the pronunciation for students not understanding the differences in the two phonemes. But hopefully that's going well. If you have any problems, please ask me, and I can and will help you as best as I can. Then what else we have? Week 15, what I'm thinking, we won't have a video lecture. We can have a test. And if we have a test, then we don't need a lecture. And so I'll prepare a brief review for that as well next week. So next week we'll finish with the mid vowels, rear vowels, diphthongs overview, and then what's going to be on the test. The test will be open book, open note, so really shouldn't be too hard or shouldn't be too stressful, and it's also not going to be too long. So that's something else. I'll try to shoot for a 30-minute to 45-minute time frame. All right, let's enjoy our lecture. I am going to repeat myself a little bit. I recorded the main lecture earlier. It's going to repeat a little bit, but c'est la vie. All right, we'll see you at the end of the note, the lecture. See you later. Goodbye. Hello. Let's get right into it with vowels. We spent a long time on consonants and other parts of pronunciation, stress, phrasing, linking, reducing, all those fun things. So today we're going to talk about front vowels. We have three different main categories of vowels, which I think you've begun learning about: front, middle, and back. There's also diphthongs. Today we're going to focus on the front vowels in English. But first, let's go back over video lesson number one. All the submitted video lessons, you should have feedback and grades, and you should be able to see them. If there's problems, please message me on eClass, and we can sort things out or provide clarification. Your second projects, your troubleshooting activities are due by the end of this week. Today's the 23rd, so you'll be due the 30th, so that's 168 hours, 1 week. That's your big final project. I'm going to make a small test for week 15 on eClass to review pronunciation phenoms. It's more like a quiz. It's not going to be a 2-hour test. It's going to be more multiple choice, short answer, things having to do with the individual phenoms and sounds of English. That's just to help us make sure that we're, we're paying attention. All right, then. With that, let's dive right into it with vowels. We have our first vowel, the E, and you've heard this. You've probably learned of this as the so-called long E sound. See, be, keep, busy, Z, dream, eam. So E, 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 E. The sound is the E sound. E is high, front, tense. If you make that sound, E. We lift our tongue to the top of our mouth. E. Spread our lips wide like a smile. E. And we tighten the tongue. We have to like flex our tongue. E. And we breathe out when making the vowel. E, E, E. Of course, it is voiced because all vowels are voiced. And we've got that. E, E, E. See, be, keep, busy, dream. Or if I want to just speak normally, see, be, keep, busy, dream. We have the E sound in there. E. Now, spelling, just to show you that the written characters and the spoken sounds are not the same. We see like beef and week, the EE, that makes sense. Then EA, each, reason, re. But then IE as well, believe, chief. Also EI, receive, seize. Also just I, ski, taxi. Then unstressed with the Y, busy, lovely, E. Sometimes E receives stress, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, we went over that before in our stress lectures. But we see all the different ways of spelling it. Now, we had, the long E, so to speak. And let's take a look at the short E. Sit, pick, middle, listen. So this is a high front lax vowel, not tense, lax. So again, we lift our tongue to the top of our mouth. Sit, pick, middle, listen, sit, So we've, and spread our lips wide like a smile. Let your tongue relax. Breathe out, let your vocal cords grow. With the E, even though it's high front, it's tense, and with the tongue is the key thing there. So we hear like it, it, little, symbol, mystery, using Y, busy. Ooh, we see the there, business, build, biscuit. I see different ways of using the sound with different spelling. So if we compare these two sounds, these are both high front vowels. However, I is pronounced with a relaxed tongue, and E is pronounced with a tense tongue. If you go E, 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 your tongue is going to get tired much, much faster because, you're using it more than the sound. So let's take a look at some of the minimal pairs. But this time, of course, we're focusing on the vowel. So bit, beat, bit, beat, bit, beat, e. Pill, peel, peel. Litter, leader, leader. Grin, green, green. E. Risen, reason, reason. E. Filling, feeling, feeling. You can easily see where misunderstandings or mispronunciations are entirely possible with people just having a tense tongue or a relaxed tongue. That's all. Now, a lot of learners, when we, especially when you were learning this, you learned long E and short E. So you think E and E is the same sound because that's the only difference. The length of the sound is different. That's not true. They are different in other ways. So pay attention. Pay attention when you're making the sounds I and E. It's the tongue is the biggest difference, but we can feel how it's different, and your lips are slightly different as well. So let's take a look at this, and this is take, name, later, away, a. The sound a is a mid-front tense vowel. A. Put the tongue in the middle of our mouth. Good. Spread your lips like a small smile. Tongue should move forward. And we tighten our tongue. I don't tighten my tongue for nearly as much as I do with E. I can feel my tongue get tired with E, but with E, I don't. So, all right. So we see spelling. Came, late, a, train, wait, age, April, day, maybe, may, they, obey, great, break, rain, veil. Rain and veil. Veil. Neighbor, way, straight. We see the EIGH and AIGH, and then et, crochet, ballet. These are French words, so the T is silent. So the A. Oh, comparing A with E, both are front tense vowels. However, A is a mid vowel and E is a high vowel, depending on where your tongue is. So lake, lake, A, lake, leak, leak, lake, leak. You should be able to feel where your tongue is if you're pronouncing these correctly. Raid, read, raid, read. Play, plea, play, plea, play, plea. Raisin, raisin, reason, reason. Same, seam, same, seam. Then finally, fail, feel, fail, feel, fail, feel. So I don't know how it is for you, but a high tense vowel is much more exhausting to say. It's downright tiring for me to say. You know, not once or twice, but these 30,000 times I've been saying it. It gets a bit tiring. So it is something. Now, moving on, we get into the eh. We have the pet, lesson, tell, deck. And then this is the mid, front, lax vowel. So we're moving our tongue towards the middle of our mouth. Eh. Widen your lips, let your tongue relax, and let the air out. And of course, don't forget, let your vocal cords vibrate. So, pet, lesson, tell, deck. Pet, lesson, tell, deck. We see with the spelling all the different ways we can use this word, this phenom. Red, left, red, left, ed, left, red, left. Now we have to be careful. This is breath instead, breath instead. If it's breathe, that's an E sound. Said, again. Many, says. Friend, guess, guessed. See, there's 6 different combination of characters to make this sound. So English is hard to spell. That's why we can see that. But that's that's life, as they say. So if we were to compare the e and e, these are both front lax vowels. However, e is a mid vowel and is a high vowel, depending on the elevation. So, head, hid, head, hid, peg, pig, peg, pig, left, lift, left, lift, eft, ift, setting, sitting, setting, sitting, etting, itting, bell, bill, bell, bill, ill, mini, 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 mini. This one is very, very close. This has been going on over decades, actually. A combination of vowels, and these two vowels in certain words are joining together. They're becoming indistinguishable. And I'll give you an example of 2 other words. Can I write on here? Okay. Let's take the examples of pen, pen, and pin, pen. I pronounce them pen, pen, and pin, pen, the same exact way. That's how I say it. That's how a lot of people say it. Some people, as in I say p-a-n, some people do hear and say the difference, pin and pen, but I do not. This is not just me being lazy, it's everyone being lazy, and it's the merging of vowels. This has been going on. It's happened in Korean as well over the centuries of the spoken language. Here's another front vowel, the a. We have, excuse me, goodness gracious, cat, sat, past, fan, camera, a. The sound a is low front tense vowel. So for this, the a, we need to lower our jaws, widen our lips, tighten our tongue, and of course breathe out and let the vocal cords go. We're always going to breathe out. We're always going to let our vocal cords vibrate when we have English vowels. So a, cat, sat, past, fan, camera. So to make this sound correctly, the a, we have to open our mouth. That's how it goes. We see spelling with just a, cat, fan, the au, laugh, ant. Some people say aunt, but ant, fine, both are okay. Au, then ai, plaid, 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 cat, fan, laugh, ant, plaid, a. So comparing a with both are front, but a is low and tense, and is mid and lax. So when we pronounce a, your tongue should be lower than when we say e. So this is why it's important to lower our jaw. That helps out a lot. For example, bag, beg, bag, beg, fad, fed, fad, fed, past, pest, past, pest, jam, gym, jam, gym, batter, better, batter, better, batter, better, expand, expend, expand, expend. And there we have it. There's week 13 in the record books. Hope it was helpful. Hope it was useful. It is something that some of these vowels can be quite difficult to hear their differences. And I'll give you an example of in Korean, there's certain vowels that I can never, ever, ever, ever hear the difference of between the A and A. And if I just say them, they're the same. And if I hear them, they're the same, but they are different vowels written down. So it's something that language learners can have a hard time with. So I hope everything else is going well. I hope everything else is going all right with your lives. Please pay attention to eClass and see what's going on, what's happening, and we'll see each other again next week.